on your side. This is WHAS 11 News.
Good Saturday morning, Kentuckiana. It's 7 o'clock and 71 degrees outside, so good to see you. I'm Tabney Dozier. Good news, the rain has moved out of our area. Get ready for a nice day. We are taking a live look at the Eye on 64 camera, Hurstbourne, looking towards downtown. You can see everything is quiet and oh so pretty. It is a huge day at the Kentucky Speedway, and that is where we find meteorologist Reed Yaden. He's joining us now with a look at today's forecast. Reed, you got the best view in the house.
Oh, I do. I tell you, there is not a bad seat in this track. You could call up and say, I'll take whatever seat you've got. Just depends on what corner you might want to be near. But there's not a bad seat here at Kentucky Speedway. Very, very beautiful track. Proud to have it here in the state, and they do a great job. And I guess we ought to just take the mystery out of it. There's no rain in the forecast. Do not worry about weather impacting the race negatively tonight or all of the activities today. It's not going to happen. We're 71 degrees right now, holding at 71 at Louisville International. Over at Bowman, back in Louisville, it's 70 degrees. Now, here is your Quaker State 400 race day forecast. I love it. A lot of sunshine in the day, and I like this race because we go from daylight to darkness. Kind of a little challenge for the crews. And we look for temperatures. Race time tonight, 7:30 green flag, right around 80 degrees up here in Sparta, dropping rapidly into the 70s. Big thing you will notice today, humidity, a lot less of it, humidity on the comfortable side. It will be pleasantly warm today. No rain in the forecast, do not worry about that. A lot of interesting storylines tonight coming up in the race. A newly paved track here at Kentucky Speedway. They redid turns 1 and 2. As a result, we have a new tire from Goodyear. Also, they're running with the low downforce package on the cars. Going to be interesting to see who gets a handle on it. Kevin Harvick on the pole, qualifying rained out, so they set the pole by point standings. Kevin Harvick on the pole. So it's going to be a good race tonight. I really think it's going to be as good a race as we've seen this season. Really looking forward to it. Let's pack this place tonight. We'll find out if there are any tickets remaining. Tim Bray is going to be joining us. In fact, he's just pulling up here, so we'll talk to him in 10 minutes. What a beautiful morning. Proud to be here at Kentucky Speedway. Tabney, back to you in Studio G.
Okay, Reed, thank you so much. At 7:02, developing news right now. LMPD needs your help finding a missing teenager this morning. 19-year-old Donald Powers was last seen leaving his foster home on Sanford Avenue. That's near the Buchel Bank and Bardstown Road area late last night. Powers has Down syndrome. He had on a blue t-shirt, tan pants, and black shoes. We're told he has run away in the past and was eventually found riding a bike on I-65. If you see him or know his whereabouts, make sure to call LMPD. This morning, Black Lives Matter protests continue around the country, as well as the investigation into the ambush-style attack that killed 5 Dallas police officers. Here's ABC's Kenneth Moten.
This morning, more scenes of protest. Black lives coming face to face with blue lives.
You're gonna shoot me. That's all I need to know.
A day of demonstrations across the country moved into the night. Thousands took to the streets to protest the police killings of Alton Sterling in Louisiana and Philando Castile in Minnesota. In Atlanta, they shut down major roadways. In Phoenix, police used pepper spray to control the crowd. In Rochester, New York, more than 70 arrests, including 2 TV news reporters.
Justin Carter being arrested.
Officers across the country are on alert after the bullets of an assassin rocked Dallas. 5 officers killed while they watched over a Black Lives Matter protest. Police say the gunman, Army Reservist Micah Johnson, targeted the men because of their uniform and their race.
He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
The suspected lone gunman was killed. In his home, federal and local police found bomb-making materials and guns. Investigators in a nation looking for answers after one of the deadliest mass shootings of police in U.S. history.
This guy lived around the corner from me and was willing to take people's lives that he didn't even know. You know, it's scary.
President Obama called the shootings a vicious, calculated, and despicable attack. The White House says the president will end his overseas trip a day early to visit this city next week. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Dallas.
Two local police departments are making some changes when it comes to patrolling the streets following that deadly shooting in Texas. Louisville Metro Police are assigning 2 officers to each car. Officers are no longer solo. Now, the reason is not only for safety, but also to provide emotional support to one another. The J-Town Police Department also decided to have officers patrol in pairs until further notice. And today on GMK at 9, LMPD is joining me for a live interview, also talking about how to deal with line-of-duty deaths. Make sure you join us for that conversation. Here recently in the Bluegrass State, we've seen 3 officers killed in the line of duty: Jason Ellis in Bardstown, Daniel Ellis in Richmond, and Trooper Cameron Ponder in Mayfield. Kentucky State Police Commissioner Rick Sanders and Eric Johnson with Supporting Heroes say unfortunately this is a new time for police officers.
Just by being a police officer, wearing the uniform, driving the car, just people knowing that they're an officer, they're a target, and they know that. Every minute of every day, they're a target.
We want to let you know Supporting Heroes is holding a vigil at 9:30 tonight at Jefferson Memorial Park in Louisville. That's at 6th and Liberty Streets. Our coverage of this tragedy in Dallas continues on our website, WHAS11.com. You can find the latest information on the officers killed, the investigation, the suspect, and information on how you can help the wounded officers in Dallas. Also download our WHAS 11 app. It is 7:06 on this Saturday morning and 71 degrees outside. Still ahead, we're taking you back out to Sparta, where drivers are getting ready to hit the tracks at the Kentucky Speedway.